Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a game that had a lot of potential but didn't quite hit all the marks. Let's talk about Starfield. Now, while the game was solid in many ways, I couldn't help but feel there was so much more could have been. So let's break it down and see where it shines and where it fell short. Starting with the gameplay, to be honest, it felt a bit boring. The weapon combat was okay, nothing groundbreaking, but it did the job. However, ammo was not enough at times, which got annoying. I was really expecting more in terms of gameplay mechanics. It felt like the game was just about unlocking things rather than introducing new and exciting ways to play. The difficulty level was fine and the selection of weapons was decent, but I think they could have pushed it much more. Something that really tracked down the experience for me was the sheer number of loading screens. They were everywhere and slowed down the pacing of the game so much that it took me out of the gaming experience. The special powers were another letdown. They were fine, but nothing too exciting or memorable. On the positive side, the healing system worked really well, and I absolutely loved the spaceship mechanics, especially docking with other ships. The skill tree was completely fine, it was manageable, so no real complaints there. Most of the quests though felt kind of dull. In general, the gameplay had so much more potential. It's just a 7 out of 10 experience for me, and I feel like with a little extra effort it could have been so much better. Now let's talk about the characters and the story of the game. The fact that the protagonist doesn't speak was a bit off-putting. It makes the character feel less engaging. The main characters in the constellation were alright, but it didn't blow me away. Also, if you didn't play the game in English, like I played it in German, the facial animations didn't feel as polished. One thing I did like was how many characters had real names, instead of just being identified by their job titles. The clothing on the characters was fine, and in the cities there were enough NPCs around to make the world feel populated. But once you stepped into the open world, it felt empty. No random NPC encounters or activities to make it feel alive. As for the story itself, it was just okay. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't anything spectacular either. I won't spoil anything here, same goes for the side quests. The faction quests had some cool moments, but could have been much more exciting. When it comes to the world and visuals, Starfield offers a lot of planets to explore, but many of them felt empty. I think it would have been better if they had focused on a smaller number of planets and really fleshed them out. I just didn't feel fully immersed in the world like I did with a game like Cyberpunk 2077. That being said, the cities were nicely built, and my personal favorite was Neon City. It gave off a strong Cyberpunk vibe, although Cyberpunk 2077 still did a better job with Night City. While there weren't many random activities to stumble upon, the visuals themselves were really good. Not the best I have ever seen, but still impressive. The buildings design were solid, and the space stations were particularly well done. At launch, Starfield's technical performance was rough. It's gotten better since then, especially with the addition of DLSS 3.5 and frame generation. Once those were in place, I was able to run the game on max settings in 2K resolution with my RTX 4070, pulling over 80 frames per second consistently. However, there were still some bugs here and there. I remember one game-breaking bug where I actually had to watch a YouTube video to figure out how to fix it and progress the story. Also, Nvidia Reflex could have been better implemented. Even with Reflex set to on and boost, there was still a bit of an input lag. Other games have done a better job in that department. That said, the game is now in a much more playable state, but it would have really benefited from a smoother launch. So, to wrap things up, Starfield had so much more potential than what we ended up getting. I had fun with it, but it wasn't the groundbreaking experience I had hoped for. I wasn't as immersed in the world as I wanted to be. Replayability is there, but if you're a space fan, you will probably enjoying it more. However, if you're just looking for a great RPG, there are better options out there for sure. Overall, I would give Starfield a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good game, but it could have been so much more. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this quick review, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.